Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Locust Hill Golf Course invites you to historic Charlestown, West Virginia for 18 holes of phenomenal golf. We're just an hour drive from the Baltimore-D.C. Beltway, 1/2 hour from Winchester and Leesburg, Virginia, as well as Hagerstown and Frederick, Maryland. Each tee offers challenges across the 35 acres of lakes, ponds, and streams, which come into play on 11 holes. The Blue Ridge Mountains also provide a breathtaking backdrop to Locust Hill. Schedule your tee time today at www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call 304-728-7300. That's 304-728-7300.
We're the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told, you need a lawyer. But that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
The following is a special sports broadcast presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg.
Play ball! It's time for the excitement of American Legion Baseball, featuring the Berkeley Post-14 Hornets.
The next pitch to Baden Hartman is cracked out to deep left field. That ball is going, gone! A 3-run homer!
Let's go live to the field and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Good afternoon and welcome into P.O. Faulkner Park. Here to get you set for American Legion baseball action. The first games of this weekend tournament here that the Berkeley Post-14 Hornets are putting on. Spencer Poitier, Verzolini, happy to have you with us. Colin McLaughlin and Braden Schaffner, our cameramen, back in the studio. Dylan Bishop. So we get you set for this one as the Berkeley Post-14 Hornets host the Berks County, PA West Lawn Owls Legion team. There's no post for them, Nick, but they are an official Legion team, and it should be a good game tonight.
Yeah, it should be a pretty good matchup. Berks County, so you're talking about like Reading area, should have some good talent in that area, I would imagine. For the Hornets, I mean, they're coming off of a good performance in their area. In their area win against Potomac Valley, where the offense struggled early, but as the game went on, they started to click, obviously pull away in that sixth inning to get the run rule victory, and this team's got to feel pretty good about how they've been playing, obviously going up to Morgantown, winning the Wood Bat tournament there. You come home, you get a win. Pitching was great, hitting comes alive late. Colin Reed hits a 3-run jack, so they've had their fair share of home runs this season early in the year. They certainly have quality pitchers, and they have a lot of talented guys. They're going to get Baden Hartman back from illness here tonight, so that's just another guy to add to this really talented lineup and begin this tournament here at home. The rain is now starting to come down, so see how that plays a factor. You can play in the rain here on the turf field. But it did rain this morning a little bit, so hopefully the grass holds up well and in the outfield. And then, of course, we don't want the projected thunderstorms that were supposed to happen this evening. If these turned into a thunderstorm, obviously you can't play with the potential for lightning on the field. So we'll have to wait and see how the weather impacts things. But in terms of the matchup, I think they got some quality teams down here at the tournament, and we'll see how things play out this weekend.
Yeah, still set for a 5 p.m. first pitch, but I mean, the way that it's looking, probably delayed here a couple of moments. But with that, we'll step aside for our first break here on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll hear from Berkeley Post-14 Hornets manager Trip Tobin. You're tuned in to American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Back in 2 minutes.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park here as we get you set for American Legion baseball action between the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets and the Berks County, PA West Lawn Owls Legion team. Spencer Pui joined alongside Nick Verzolini. Happy to have you with us here as the rain kind of passing through, I guess. The sun coming out on the backside of the ballpark here, and Colin's all bundled up out there in his raincoat as he stands in the rain. Shout out to Colin for being out in the rain. Shout out Braden Schaffner, also our cameraman tonight. Dylan Bishop back in the studio. It's now time for the coaches' interviews here with manager Trip Tobin. I caught up with him just a little while ago, and here's the interview. Joined by Berkeley Post 14 Hornets manager Trip Tobin. And Trip, beginning of your tournament, and you're going to have a team out of Berks County, PA West Lawn. They got a lot of Legion up there from what I understand from doing a little research, so West Lawn seems to be a good team.
Yeah, they got a really good program. You know, on paper, look like a great program. Their coach, takes pride in the team and feels like they can come down here and compete. And they're ready to get after some of these good West Virginia teams. And they want to play Morgantown, they want to play us, they want to play Leesburg. So I mean, they no fear in those guys. So. I told him what he was up against. They got teams that were going to be in this tournament, and he seemed excited. So I think we're going to see a really good team on the field today against us.
A lot of your players today being recognized by the West Virginia Sports Writers Association with Class AAA All-State team. Obviously, we talk about it, just the immense group of guys you have on your squad. What does it say about them that they will get represented across the state?
No, it's just true, And I, personally, just because I'm an EPAC guy, I think more of them should have been represented, but that's just my selfishness. And, I tell you what it says a lot about, as good as these EPAC players are, and we know how good they are, and then to have other, kids around the state or teams around the state, have representation just tells you how good baseball is in West Virginia right now. And that's just really exciting to know that, throughout the state, the Cabell Midlands and, Charleston and up in Morgantown and University, all those guys, it's just the baseball in West Virginia right now is really good, I believe, and I think a lot of that talent's come to the Legion, and I really think that's a great thing.
And looking at the guys tonight, look like you got a lot of guys here, probably almost your whole squad.
Yeah, we got the same guys that we did the other night. Myers, we told you he was a little bit sick the other day, and he found out, that we think he has strep throat, so he's home. But in his place, Hartman, who was feeling bad, now he's back, so they kind of swapped out, so we're back to our 16 guys. But long weekend, a lot of games, and we're going to get these guys in here. And see, right now I got the pen in my hand, struggling to make this lineup and figure out how we're going to get all these guys to contribute. But got some pitchers lined up, got some guys coming in for some other guys. We're getting a plan for Saturday and Sunday as well. As I think we might see Lane's debut Sunday. as Lane Lauder should be back. So we're putting together a plan not just for one game, but for a 4 or 5 game set here this weekend to get all these guys involved.
And talking about kind of the pitching for this weekend, do you have a pitcher for tonight yet?
I think Boober's going to start tonight. Bohr, Jackson, they're available. Everybody's really available other than, I believe, Herndon maybe. So I know Fletcher threw a little bit. Boober threw an inning just to get his feet wet there, so I think he's ready to go. But everybody's available. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit different. Got some graduation parties, so some guys are going to play tonight because they won't be here tomorrow. So that's just how you play summer baseball. You just get guys in, get as many reps and equal reps as possible, and let them play their strengths, and hopefully have an enjoyable Friday here.
All right, Coach. Best of luck.
Thank you.
That was Berkeley Post 14 Hornets manager Trip Tobin here as we just get Nick forgot it was a tournament style here, and the fact that Berkeley Post 14 is not automatically the home team, so they will actually be the visitors in this matchup with the West Lawn Owls.
Well, there you go. I mean, we had that earlier this year when they played their doubleheader. They allowed the Sawyerville to be the home team, and that was obviously a little bit confusing, but since it is a tournament, not every single game Berkeley Post 14 will be home team, or that just wouldn't really be, I guess, fair technically, even though, I mean, it's the same thing. It's still baseball in between the lines, but you do have a slight advantage of hitting second when you're the quote-unquote home team. So, I mean, I'm excited for this one to see what this team from the Reading area, Berks County, has to offer. Don't obviously know a whole lot about these guys, but anytime we get a Legion game on, that's one of the exciting things, is to see really how good this area is compared to other areas, not only across the state. We know they're pretty good compared to the rest of the state, as they've been competitive, either winning state championships with Jefferson over the years, or Martinsburg, of course, has won theirs, and Hedgesville won as well. And, so we know that those 3 teams have all represented well at the state tournament over the years, but also how they compare to teams in Pennsylvania, teams in Maryland, so in the entire region, when you're talking about the United States, in the Atlantic region, which has been kind of a difficult one when you want to look at Little League baseball to compare, but maybe at Legion and other levels we're starting to see a change in that, hopefully soon, where West Virginia can be competitive just in a regional standpoint in baseball.
Yeah, and we talked about it today on the Sports Mix, and I kind of mentioned it in the interview, but I didn't expand on it a lot, and Tripp didn't either. But the Class AAA All-State teams were released today by the West Virginia Sports Writers Association. Lane DeLauder, obviously, Tripp talked about him probably pitching on Sunday with Chase's debut in the minors, pushed back to next weekend. But Braylon Connor, who's on this team but unfortunately can't play due to the wrist injury, we'll actually catch up with him in the coming days. Caleb Fletcher named a second-team selection as catcher. Baden Hartman, Mike Lupus was supposed to be on this team. Jackson Ruiz, Cam Moore, and Colin Reed, those were all honorable mentions between Hartman all the way down to Reed. So the Eastern Panhandle getting some representation. I think Canby got snubbed.
Yeah, I mean, like we said on the show earlier today, it's tough necessarily when you're looking at all of AAA. I mean, the EPAC, I think, might be the most competitive conference in the state at the AAA level, but I mean, there's so many guys, so many teams. We haven't seen all of them play, so it's hard to really argue, but obviously the guys we've seen play around here we think are really talented. You see how many of the guys on this team that are going to play college, and the fact that we have, several Legion teams now in this area, and we also have other teams as well, I think shows how committed the guys are to playing baseball.
Yeah, we'll step aside right now for a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll have lineups and first pitch as the anthem coming up right now, but you're tuned into American Legion baseball action on Talk Radio WRNR 210 back in 2 minutes.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Mommy, where does flavor come from?
Well, when people love food, they cook it on a Traeger grill. Meat, corn, even pie. And then the Traeger does the rest, which brings everyone to celebrate this beautiful thing that they've created. Because when you share delicious food with your friends, that's the flavor of life.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Hi, I'm Ron Springer, head golf professional at The Woods. If you're a golfer who loves fun and competition, get your friends together and enter one of the many fundraising tournaments held at The Woods. You and your group may qualify to play in the area's premier golf event, the Tournament of Champions. The winning team will receive individual prizes as well as a cash prize for the organization they represent. For a list of qualifying tournaments, see ads in Around the Panhandle magazine and the Journal. For a list of rules and regulations, visit thewoods.com or contact me, Ron at thewoods.com.
Jambo Construction and Fencing Company, LLC is a veteran-owned and operated company right here in the Eastern Panhandle, West Virginia that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. Find us on Facebook at Jambo Construction and Fencing to see more of the projects we've completed. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452 or Jamie Gall at 304-279-5053. We are licensed and insured in the state of West Virginia, and as Martinsburg alums, we say, go Bulldogs. Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park as we get you set for American Legion action as the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets opening up their own tournament tonight against the West Lawn Owls. As we mentioned prior, the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets, the home team, so we'll go through the lineup for the Hornets. Hitting first, leading off, the left fielder number 9, Connor Bailey. Hitting second, the right fielder number 1, Cam Moore. Hitting third, the designated hitter for the pitcher, Carson Buber. It's number 20, Colin Reed. Hitting fourth, the second baseman, number 13, Baden Hartman. Hitting fourth, the shortstop, number 6, Braden Stottlemyre. Hitting sixth, the center fielder, number 8, Chase Herndon. Hitting seventh, the catcher, number 4, Landon Sifford. Hitting eighth, number 12, the first baseman, Jackson Rest. Hitting ninth to round out the line, the third baseman, number 7, Braden Oviedo. As Trip Tobin said, he's going to mix in some guys into the lineup here because some guys are going to miss tomorrow's game due to graduation parties and things along those lines. So we're going to see probably a few changes as well. And we look up the defensive alignment for the West Lawn Owls and we'll just go down their lineup. Hitting first, the shortstop, number 20. His name is Christio Hunsicker. Batting second, the second baseman, number 4, Charlie France. Batting third, the pitcher, number 2, Kronko. Batting fourth, the first baseman, number 6, Gressinger. Batting fifth, third baseman, number 3, Galbadon. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 16, Shutter. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 22, Cope. Batting eighth, the right fielder, number 5, Kemio. Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 29, Bradley. His first pitch coming in here momentarily from Cronkana. That one hit right back up the middle by Bailey for a leadoff single. First hit here is the first pitch at 5:03 p.m. for the Hornets as Connor Bailey leads off with a single, Nick.
Yeah, he can run, so I would expect him to potentially try to steal here early as well as Connor Bailey, just that prototypical leadoff hitter.
Post 14, again, the away team in this one, as it's a tournament, so they're going to coin flip before each game. But the Hornets will automatically get their home dugout. So that's something to note when the game's coming up this week. The first pitch into Cam Moore was low for ball 1. Next pitch from Concord in there for called strike 1, brings the count to 1-1. Cam Moore, again, we mentioned he's an honorable mention for All-State in Class AAA. We'll go to Fairmont State next year. Throw over there gets Bailey back in time. The 1-1 count here. Kokana's pitch is in there, but inside for ball 2, 2-1. The 2-1 delivery from Kokana. That one outside for ball 3. Now 3-1, a hitter's count for Cam Moore.
Yeah, right where you want to be if you're Cam Moore and him in this 2 spot. I really think it's a great spot in the lineup for him. His ability to hit for contact.
3-1 delivery in there, catches the zone for strike 2. Now the count full at 3-2. Payoff pitch from Kokana. That one hit down the first baseline. They're going to try and get 2, but they won't. They'll just go to first for the easy out. The fielder's choice gets Bailey over to second with 1 out.
Colin Reed.
Yeah, it seems like Cam's in a little bit of a slump. But he did advance the runner there, so
yeah.
Worst case scenario, you put a guy in scoring position for a guy that's certainly not in any sort of slump. Colin Reed.
We saw him hit a dinger, a 3-run shot in the first inning on Wednesday night. First pitch into him is catches the zone for strike 1. That one looked to be on the outer edge. Colin Reed, both teammates, as Colin Reed also an honorable mention for Class AAA All-State. Reed, though, uncommitted. That one fouled off, as we mentioned this at length during time so far. He's just, that injury kind of prevented him from probably making the commitment to where he wanted to go because he couldn't pitch this year.
Yeah, I think if he didn't get hurt, this was a guy I thought was going to win Player of the Year in the EPAC, and he probably could have if he didn't have that injury.
The 0-2 delivery high for ball 1.
Because even though Washington kind of struggled as a team, I think Colin would have hit, the same, if not better. And, one of the premier pitchers, he's probably not going to pitch this summer, I don't think, since he's coming off of that injury.
Yeah, it's probably like, I was counting. I think there's 13 guys. Whoa, it brushes him off the plate a bit. Brings it to 2-2. I counted, I think, of the 18 guys on the roster, like 12 of them have pitched before.
Did you count Jordan Camby's 1 inning?
No, I didn't.
Against East Hardy?
I didn't, but that makes it 13, and then I think 14 if I counted Reed. That one outside for ball 3 brings the count to 3-2.
I'll have to ask Coach Byler sometime why he only threw that 1 inning ever. Because it was a good inning.
Yeah. Maybe Coach Byler's tuned in somewhere. He's not here right now. The 3-2 delivery, and that hits Colin Reed. Take his base. So now 2 on and 1 out for Baden Hartman, who missed Wednesday due to illness, but he's back in the lineup.
Yeah, good to see Baden back.
It's his first game in a couple weeks, right?
Yeah, he didn't play last week due to being at the North-South game for football. So, when he has played, he's been very good. I think he's hitting like 714 in his 2 games.
A little inflated there.
Right, but still.
For 2 games. That one hit to left field for a solid, clean single. And just as you say it there, he's able to get the hit to left field and load the bases here for the Hornets.
Yeah, Baden's just a natural athlete. We talked about his funny kind of going back to the first game of the regular season for high school baseball. And I remember, as I was talking about how he had played basketball, so I didn't know how fresh he would be, he rips a double on the left field. It's like he's just a guy that comes in, he's just a pure gamer, and, nothing affects his hitting.
First pitch into Stottlemyre, and Stottlemyre is a guy who, out of Washington, committed to go pitch to be a PO at Shepherd, but he wants to still hit, and Manager Tobin said, I'll give you the bat this summer, play some shortstop for me, and you'll pitch and hit, and he's hitting 250 right now, so about 1 for 4, so about a hit a game.
Yeah, he's shown some good flashes, I think, with the bat. this summer. Now, will he be able to, transition and hit well at Shepherd? That's still yet to be seen, but he's a really good athlete, runs really well, plays good defense. So, we'll see how his career goes at Shepherd, but I think there's potential that he could still be a hitter at the next level.
Yeah. He did get to pitch a little bit this spring. He was kind of like a guy that came in when they needed a guy as a freshman. He didn't
he threw about 15 innings.
Yeah,
so.
He didn't redshirt, so he got some action freshman year. That one hit back up the middle. Can't be gloved by the pitcher. They're going to throw to first for the first out, but they do get him out. But one run comes in to score the sacrifice for Braden Stottlemyre.
He'll take that, a productive out for Stottlemyre. Not what you wanted necessarily, but hit that ball in a good spot to get a run in, and with his speed, he certainly made it close down there at first base, and now we'll see Herndon hit here.
So with 2 outs now, Chase Herndon getting the bat in his hand, He pitched the other night. He's the only pitcher, I believe, not available tonight. First pitch into him. It's called strike one. Herndon, the 2022 co-player of the year in the EPAC, plays his college ball currently at WVU Tech in NAIA. The 0-1 delivery outside for ball one.
Yeah, I would think maybe Caleb Fletcher wouldn't be available either, even though he probably had enough pitches that he could pitch, but he did throw, 2 innings the other night, so probably wouldn't use him again.
That one hit back up the middle, but coming in on it is a center fielder to make the catch, that being Bradley, and that will retire the side, but not before the Hornets can put up 1 run, but leave a few guys on base. They take a 1-0 lead, heading to the bottom of the first. You're tuned to American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 back in 60.
A new WVU Heart and Vascular Institute is now open in Martinsburg, offering 10,000 square feet of clinic space with exam rooms, procedure rooms, diagnostic capabilities, and a dedicated patient entrance waiting area. At the WVU Heart and Vascular Institute, our board-certified physicians are performing groundbreaking procedures using cutting-edge techniques to provide world-class healthcare close to home. Visit the expanded WVU HVI Clinic on the Berkeley Medical Center campus, a department of Berkeley Medical Center.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park as Hornets already have a 1-0 lead as they are the visitors in this game tonight, in the first game of the tournament here. And Carson Buber on the mound. He's only pitched 3 2/3 innings thus far this Legion season. Giving up just 2 hits, 3 runs, 1 earned, 3 walks while striking out 5. His current ERA is 1.909 with a whip of 1.36. He's given up 2 stolen bases so far and a batting average of 125 against in just 3 2/3 innings. But obviously getting the start tonight, you figure maybe going to go 3-4 innings in this one, depending on pitch count. Maybe 5.
Yeah, only threw an inning the other night in the Hornets' victory over Potomac Valley, but Carson's definitely had a good summer so far, both pitching and hitting. He's arguably been the best hitter on this team this summer.
First pitch in there for a called strike one on Christo Hunsicker.
In terms of, guys that have played in every game.
Yeah. The 0-1 delivery, that one hit back up the middle. Stottlemyre coming in on it. He's going to throw over to Ruiz to complete out number 1. As Ruiz kind of dropped it there on the trying to get it to throw back to everybody, but that is the first out on the second
now
pitch.
Batting, number 4,
on a 6-3 ground out. Charlie France now up to bat. The second baseman tonight for the West Lawn Owls. First pitch into him is outside for ball one. It looked like Buber kind of gripped it a little too long there.
Yeah. Rare opportunity for Carson to pitch without hitting.
Yeah. I went in there for called strike one. And I think, the last couple of weeks getting him to kind of, obviously, with Martinsburg, falling out before the regional, he hadn't pitched for a while, so now you get him kind of ramping him back up. He's probably going to pitch, if all things go well, at least double the amount of innings that he had coming into tonight's game.
Yeah, I would think so.
Pitch in there for a ball, 3-1 to count. Kind of ramp him back up. The 3-1 delivery catches the zone for strike two. Brings the count full with 3-2.
Yeah, obviously, Hornets coaching staff knows what to do with his arm, and
that one just outside, and France will take his base. Seems like thus far maybe holding the ball a little too long.
Number 2, Nick Kokona.
Yeah, I mean, he's really got a ground ball out his first batter, so just early in the game, sometimes it takes a little bit for guys to settle in. But you got all the faith in the world in a guy like Carson Buber, right?
That you do. One in there high for ball one on Kokona.
Yeah, pitcher versus pitcher here.
The 1-0 delivery in there for called strike one. Buber finding his way back in the zone.
Yeah, I mean, if he can live there, you like it. Lower inside corner.
The 1-1 delivery outside. Dropped by Sifford. Buber going to be a senior next year for the Martinsburg Bulldogs. 2-1 delivery in there for called strike two, and as it looks right now, he'll be the ace for the Bulldogs next season with Lupus graduating.
Yeah, most likely, right? Carson Buber
Then you'll maybe see
was arguably heading into the year expected to be the ace this year, and he had a good season.
Called strike three, paints the corner for the first K of the night. Struck out Kokona looking.
I think all of us were a little bit surprised how well Mike Lupus pitched. Not that he pitched well, but the jump he made from his junior to senior year was very impressive.
More impressive how he came back from his injury. Unfortunately, he did get injured again. But, for him to be the player of the year in the EPAC goes to show he was trying to make some strides into his senior season. But we knew, Coach Byler had all the faith in the world in Carson Buber when he had to start him in the regionals.
Yeah. I mean, Carson's a good pitcher. It's not too many guys that we're talking about.
Strike two, they're going to try to get him down at second, but he runs into Stottlemyre, and Hartman's got to go in the outfield to grab it, but he does.
I was going to say, not too many guys that we're talking about that we're going to be talking about now for 3 years, right? I mean, how many guys?
I mean, Caleb Fletcher will be a guy that we'll talk about for 3 years. Oviedo will be a guy that we'll talk about for 3 years. Well, I guess Oviedo 4 years, because didn't he run a little bit his freshman year?
Yeah, I mean, he played a little bit, but he wasn't necessarily he played mainly as a defensive guy.
Yeah.
They would DH for him typically, not really a pinch runner so much, but we saw him on the JV team and the potential that was there. They just didn't really have a spot for him in the lineup, and now he's turned into a really good young player for Martinsburg. But anytime you're already known as one of the better players in the area as a sophomore, I think that shows how talented you are.
That one fouled away over near the clubhouse.
I mean, of course, Jason Myers will be one of those guys, Kyle Lohr, but it's not super often.
Taryn Boyles, right?
Yeah, Taryn Boyles is only going to be a junior.
Yeah. So he'll be a guy we talk about for 3 years.
4 years. He was playing as a freshman.
That's true. Didn't get a lot of time, but he did play as in 2022. 1-2 delivery here from Buber with 2 outs. That one fouled off again in almost the same place. Might have hit Coach Byler's truck as he was driving back there.
Could be, yeah. What's the over-under on Aaron Byler references on the night?
I don't know.
Well, it's hit if you
he'll be up here.
Put that line out there.
At 3.5. That one back up the middle. Boober able to glove it. Throw it over to Ruiz to get the final out of the inning on Gessimer. But that will do it for this bottom of the first inning. We'll head to the second inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned in to American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back in 60.
There's a local family moving in our territory.
What do you want from me?
Taste it. It's really good.
We're going through the mattresses.
It's not personal. It's strictly business. Leave the guns. Take the pizza.
Rock's, now serving hot, fresh pizza to die for.
Ow, that really hurt.
And the streak continues!
CMA's Martinsburg dealerships continue to knock out the competition with their competitive pricing, extensive selection, and lifetime powertrain warranty. With over 450 new and used vehicles in stock and on the way, CMA won't leave you waiting on a bench.
That's right, CMA's Martinsburg dealerships are once again the most valuable dealers in the area.
For the strongest and deepest lineups, visit CMA's Martinsburg dealerships online at martinsburg.cmacars.com today. And good luck to all Panhandle High School student athletes.
Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Top of the second inning. Due up for the Hornets. The 7, 8, 9 guys in Sifford, Ruest, and Oviedo. And Nick, obviously a 1-0 lead, but you left too many base runners on there for the Hornets last inning.
Yeah, I mean, I think to get the early lead is always important. They've been able to do that for the majority of this season. At least get 1 or 2 runs across, then you feel pretty good about what you're able to do in that first inning. You would have liked to obviously have gotten more guys to come in and score,
Now
but
batting, number 4,
definitely not a bad start, and we'll see if Sifford can get them started here.
Sifford, the Frederick Community College commit. Graduate of Martinsburg High School, sees the first pitch low and outside for ball 1. And he's a guy that's really committed to this program. I mean, he went up to Morgantown Friday night, played in the game, came home for his graduation party Saturday, then went back Sunday to be able to play. He hits that one right over to the second baseman sharply. They'll throw to first for out number 1.
Yeah, he was here supporting the junior guys last night, filling in for big game Joe Paulson as the PA announcer and scoreboard operator. So, Landon Sifford obviously cares about this program, not only the team that he plays on and the senior team, but the junior guys as well, which is always good. You need those guys in your program.
First pitch to Jackson Ruest is low for ball 1. Jackson Ruest, I believe, if I heard him correctly down in the dugout prior to the game, he will join his teammate at Hagerstown Community College in Braylon Connor. So he is committed to Hagerstown Community College to continue his baseball career.
Well, I thought maybe that he was thinking about playing multiple sports at Hagerstown. Was that the original?
I am not sure. We'll have to talk to him about it. We didn't really get a lot of time to talk. I was waiting for the lineup, but Tripp was telling me because Riley Bubb has officially committed to Pot State.
Very good. Yeah, that's going to be a great opportunity for him to play there at Potomac State. Jordan Gamby obviously going to be there.
Ian Middleton, I believe, is there.
Yeah, I'm not certain, but I know that I heard the other day from Potomac Valley's head coach when he was, as Ruest strikes out, as he was talking to Tripp, that supposedly one of Potomac's players has got a chance to be drafted as an infielder, so that gives Riley Bubb an opportunity to come in and play right away.
Yeah, and, Riley Bubb's a guy that played on this Legion team last year, all while knowing he was going to just go play club baseball at WVU as a student.
Yeah, I mean, so sometimes guys, though, they go on to play club ball and then they end up making it and playing college. Look at John Elmore.
That's true.
He was playing rec league.
Into Oviedo is a strike there. Oviedo just, again, going into his junior year next year for the Bulldogs. As Tripp put it to me, he's going to the University of Aaron Byler next year. I thought that meant he was going to play ball already, like he already committed to play at Frostburg State. But no, he's just coming back to Martinsburg, obviously. The 0-2 now is the count here, 2 outs. That one low and outside.
He will be playing somewhere someday, I would imagine.
Yeah, I've seen his highlights because he also plays travel ball in Virginia. So they've got a lot of recruitment out there for him. That one low for ball 3, brings the count full with 3-2. So Aiden Milton is out there from Hedgesville. So he'll join, Bub will join him there. That one popped up in the infield. Camping under it is the third baseman, and he makes the catch for the final out of the inning. That'll do it for this half of the inning. We'll head to the bottom half of the second. You're tuned into American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10, back in 60.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory.
I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack. Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory.
I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack. Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park. Spencer DeQueen, Nick Verzolini. Happy to have you with us here for some American Legion baseball action. The post-14 Hornets lead 1-0 here, but they are the away team in this tournament action, as they will get their home dugout, but they are the away team. So Buber now back out in the bottom of the second inning after a pretty good bottom of the first inning where he struck out a guy and got to forcing the 2 groundouts around a walk. So settling in quite well. First pitch now into the batter, Gabaldon.
Made a good play down there at third.
Gabaldon, excuse me. That one grounded back up to Baden Hartman. He'll stake it. He'll throw over to Ruest at first for out number 1. So another ground out. On the 4-3 variety here.
Yeah, I mean, with this defense, a guy like Baden Hartman playing second base, of course, known as a shortstop, Oviedo playing third, and, Ruest down there at first, and, of course, Stottlemyre. I mean, if you can get ground balls, these guys are usually going to get to them, and they're usually going to get outs. I mean, you have 3 guys that can play shortstop for you.
Yeah.
In your infield, so a lot of range on those guys, and of course Jackson is a really talented first baseman.
And he can also play the outfield. That pitch now into Shutter. 1-1 delivery, or 1-1 count now, 1 out. Buber delivery, and that one a ground ball again. He gloves it. He's going to throw over to Ruest at first, and Ruest grabs the ball off the turf for out number 2 as another ground out here.
Yeah, and that was a tougher play than what Jackson Ruest made it look like. He made it look pretty easy, but that throw wasn't the best. It was up the line a little bit, but Ruest made up for it. And
I think it also had to do with the speed of the runner. If he was maybe closer, he wouldn't have been able to make that catch because it would have gone right by the legs of the runner. Pitch now to Cope, Jacob Cope, playing left field today. First pitch in there for a ball. The 1-0 delivery from Buber. That one grounded down the line, and it's going to go foul. And I think it's good. We've seen Buber be a strikeout pitcher, but I think it's good tonight. The start of what could be 4 games in 3 days for the Hornets, that maybe you turn him into a ground ball guy and he's able to stay on for 5-6 innings just because his pitch count's low.
Yeah, I think in Legion it's tough to get strikeouts. All these guys,
because it's an all-star team essentially. Yeah. That one hit it over to Hartman. Hartman's going to throw over to Ruiz for out number 3, as we now have 5 of the 6 outs so far have been on the ground. Led to the top of the 3rd inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned into American Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back in 60.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com. Do you need a place to go for a quick tobacco, soda, snacks, cigarettes, or beer run? Well, then you're in luck, because Enter and Exit has convenience without the cost. Enter and Exit right off Route 11 is located at 31 Meadow Lane in Martinsburg and soon to be opening in Chambersburg, PA. Enter and Exit is open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 9:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. For great convenience without the cost, stop on into Enter and Exit today.
P.O. Faulkner Park here is now into the 3rd inning. With again, the Hornets are the away team in this tournament-style game. So this is the start of the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets. Is it still? Are we still having issues, Nick?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's not a camera that we necessarily need, but it's been
now batting number 9,
flashing for whatever reasons. I'm just
Bailey.
Not using it, I guess.
We'll reevaluate later on. All right, we'll do up now. The top of the lineup here is Connor Bailey. He singled up the middle and came around to score to lead things off. First pitch into him is low, but catches the zone for strike 1. Nick, this game will be a 7-inning game, a 2-hour time limit to start innings. So if they're 2 hours later, can't start another inning. That one fouled off, 1-1 the count, or 0-2 the count.
Yeah, so.
Because later on tonight, Morgantown will be playing on this field. They will be playing Boonesboro. Game set for 7:30. The 0-2 delivery, that one fouled off down the line. Braylon Connor's got to get out of the way. So he's playing first base coach now.
That's true, yeah. Good to see that. Yeah, he's still wanting to be around the team and being a part of things.
Not sure if he'll be able to play this summer after coming off that thumb injury, as he just had surgery on it. So I don't know if he'll get back in time maybe for the state tournament.
Yeah, maybe.
If they're able to make it, or the area tournament in mid to late July. That one back up the middle again for Bailey, but this time gloved by the pitcher. He throws over to first for out number 1.
Now batting number 1, Cam Moore.
Cam Moore due up now. He grounded into fielder's choice, but moved over the runner to second in Bailey, where he ended up scoring in the first inning. Cam Moore, first pitch into him, he swings and misses.
That was a good off-speed pitch there.
The 0-1 delivery, that one lined into left field, and it'll drop. Cam Moore gets into the hit column tonight with a single to right field.
Now batting number 20, Colin.
I feel like I've seen Cam Moore get that hit like a billion times during the 2 years I've watched him play baseball. Just a slap into right field, line drive. doesn't necessarily have a ton on it, but it gets right in the perfect spot to get you on base. And like we said, he's got good speed, so we'll see if maybe they haven't tested the catcher yet. So I don't know if they know something about him that we don't. But
yeah. But Cam Moore there did had to jump back on that one. Colin Reed up to bat. He was hit by the pitch last time up, and he made it to second before the inning ended. The 1-0 delivery, low for ball 2. And Moore's getting out there with a big lead during the pitch, but then having to jump back, Nick.
Yeah, so.
I mean, he's almost at the edge of the cutout.
Yeah, and they throw over this time.
Yeah. 2-0's the count here, 1 out, 1 on in the top of the third inning. The 2-0 delivery, that one fouled off over to Charlie Prather Park. So 2-1 now the count here with 1 out, and windy evening here in Martinsburg as potentially a little bit more rain coming along as they throw over to try to get Cam Moore. He gets back in time again. You're almost used to saying he's going to have a dirty uni, but not here.
It's true, yeah.
2-1 delivery, and Moore's going to go, and he's going to get in there in time on the stolen base as they throw down, but he gets in there in time. And a ball taken by Reed there, so it's 2-1 now. Or 3-1.
So a lot of these guys play for the Wilson Bulldogs in Pennsylvania. Seems to be where a lot of them play.
They get him. No, he gets back in time as Cam Moore taking a generous lead. But he's able to get back.
So I was trying to see maybe if catcher Jordan Shutter was, a big-time prospect or anything like that maybe we just didn't know.
That one by Reed hit over to third and nearly throws it away, but he's out, and Moore's going to stay put at second.
But in Googling that, it came up that him and his teammates played Wilson.
Hartman.
So a lot of his teammates are on this team.
Yes.
They're in the West Lawn area of Berks County.
Yeah. So they they were playing in this article, Cumberland Valley in the District 3 6A baseball playoffs.
Oh, there you go.
Which I've heard of Cumberland Valley, but I hadn't heard of Wilson.
So 2 outs now, due up is Baden Hartman.
But then again, there's probably a lot of Wilsons.
Yeah. Hartman had a single to left field his first time up in his first action here in a couple weeks for the Hornets. So he was at the North-South All-Star Football Classic in his last time playing football last week, and he did score a touchdown. That one hit back up to the second baseman. He's going to throw over to first for the final out of the inning. On the 4-3 ground out, that'll do it for the top of the third inning. We'll head to the bottom of the third after this 60-second break. You're tuning to Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back in 60.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park here. Bottom of the third inning with Carson Buber still on the mound for the Hornets. And he's induced 5 of the 6 outs through ground outs, Nick. That's huge.
Yeah, I mean, Carson's been pitching well. this summer when he's had his opportunities. Pitched obviously well in the spring for Martinsburg. So he's a quality starter, and I think today, again, it's a unique opportunity for him. Like I mentioned earlier, a guy that typically if he's pitching, he's going to be hitting too.
Yeah.
But when you're playing on a Legion team where you have a ton of guys that can hit, you can enjoy yourself as a pitcher only and not have to hit. So I think that's nice.
First pitch there into I wrote it down wrong. Kennedy. I could not read my own handwriting there, Nick.
It happens.
First pitch into Kennedy is a strike. So the 0-1 delivery from Buber, that one fouled off.
Thanks.
We're getting the cookie delivery service over here.
Yeah, I mean, you come to P.O. Faulkner Park and they treat you like a king, Spencer.
Yeah. Shout out to the Byler family.
Colin doesn't get a cookie.
He will, don't worry.
No, you're outside the press box. You don't get one.
The 0-2 delivery in there falls out of the glove of Sifford, so it's a ball 1-2.
But, there we go. Colin got one now. More about the West Lawn area. Two guys from that area are two NFL quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Gary Collins and Chad Henne are from the area.
That one grounded over to Oviedo. He's going to throw to Ruest, and Ruest catches it for out number one. Another ground out tonight for Buber.
Yeah, pitching to contact against the lineup that so far hasn't figured him out too well. So we'll see if that continues as Bradley's going to come to the plate here and see if he can provide any sort of spark.
That one in there with Bradley due up. It's a 1-0 count now with the pitch outside the zone. The 1-0 delivery catches the corner for strike one. Breezy evening here, as you can probably hear through the mics. That one catches the corner of the zone once again, brings the count to 1-2.
Yeah, it feels like it's going to storm, so hopefully it doesn't.
Yeah, rain coming down here directionally with the wind as I'm feeling it on my hands here. That one fouled off. To the right, it looks like it's going to rain. To the left, very kind of sunny, covered by the clouds here.
Yeah, I mean, we got a pretty dark cloud to our right.
Yeah, but to me, it's kind of gone around Pia. That one fouled off once again. To me, I think it's gone around the park.
Yeah, I think it was drizzling a little bit. Might be drizzling a little bit right now. I can't tell, but
the 1-2 delivery low.
But the wind has certainly picked up.
Yeah, I had to close the window a little bit, get the wind out of here. The rain has picked up a little bit. The 2-2 delivery swung on and missed as they tried to check his swing, but that was still in the zone. So the second strikeout of the night for Carson Buber brings up 2 outs here in the bottom of the third.
Now batting, number 20.
There's all that rain picking up. But Buber, so far, not affected by it. Just hanging in there and throwing strikes.
Due up now is Handsicker, the leadoff man. First pitch into him is a ball, 1-0 the count. Colin bundled up out there. That one in there for a ball once again, 2-0 the count. The 2-0 delivery from Buber, low for ball 3. The rain continues to pick up here. but that's the luxury of the turf. You can still play through the conditions, unless there's thunder or lightning.
Yeah, I mean, if you didn't have the turf, you might have had to pause it already. I mean, even with the turf, it's going to get kind of slippery a little bit. Looks like there seems to be kind of some rain spots popping up on the turf.
That one hit on the ground. A great glove by Oviedo. He's going to throw to first for out number 3 as it forced another ground out. That one a slick play over there on third by Oviedo, and that will end the third inning. We'll be back for the top of the fourth inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned into Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory. I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory. I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
We're the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told you need a lawyer, but that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park here. Top of the fourth inning, due up for the post 14 Hornets. It'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters Stoudemire. I'm doing what you did, Nick. Stoudemire, Herndon, and Sifford.
Yeah.
Sometimes Stoudemire will get you.
It will. Same with Braden or Baden.
That's true.
Because it gets in your head one way, and then...
Number 6.
Well, there's a Braden on the junior team.
There's 3 Bradens on this team.
Yeah.
Or Braden/Baden. Excuse me. There's 2 Bradens. 3 Braden/Badens.
Well, I'm all confused right now.
Don't be. Just call the play.
Yeah. First pitch coming in to Stoudemire. Low and outside for ball 1.
But 3 Bradens at the park with Braden Schaffner.
That's true.
And 3 BSs at the park in terms of initials.
Yeah. 1 low for ball 2. Crocona is the pitcher for the West Lawn Owls. The 2-0 delivery. Low for ball 3. 3 straight balls pitched by Crocona as the rain continues to pick up here. Kind of hear it on the... You hear from the crowd, Mike. That one in there for the strike, now 3-1. Three-one delivery. That one fouled off as Stoudemire slips. Maybe the turf there? Turf and the rain?
Definitely could play a factor. It didn't play a factor for Braden Oviedo.
Yeah. That one popped up, foul territory, and that one's out of play.
But he's, of course, pretty used to playing on it, so... I mean, I don't know how much he played on it in the rain, not too much, but either way, made an excellent play.
Three-two delivery. That one nearly hits Stoudemire, but instead it's a ball, and he'll take his base. So Stoudemire reaches on the walk. Herndon due up. Who flew out in the first inning to end the inning.
Yeah, anytime you get that leadoff walk, especially Stoudemire, he can run, so could be looking at second base with nobody out here to begin the inning.
Herndon first pitching in is a called strike 1.
I mean, we've seen at times this year Stoudemire take bases even when he's been caught in rundowns. So.
Yeah. That one hit into left field. The left fielder get under it for out number 1. Staying put, obviously, is Stoudemire.
Now batting, number 4, Landon Sifford.
So an F8 in the first inning, an F7 here is getting contact with the ball is Herndon, just putting it right where the outfielders are.
Yeah, that one was well hit.
Yeah.
It seemed like it could have been a hit, but obviously, like you said, right where the left fielder was. So sometimes that's the, that's just kind of baseball works sometimes. I mean, you hit the ball well, do everything you're supposed to do, but it's right at somebody.
First pitch into Sifford, he fouls that one off. (0-1) here with 1 out on Landon Sifford. Stoudemire might be looking to run here. He's now about past the cutout. That one low for ball 1. First game of the 2 games for tonight be Boonesboro Morgantown later on, as Stoudemire will go, and he'll get in there safe as if he can keep his foot down, which he does. So another stolen base for the post 14 Hornets.
Yeah, I mean, he got a great jump left as the pitcher was coming set. So he kind of read him well after a few pitches and knew when to go, and now with 1 out, you got a guy on second. So
that one hit into left center field. Going back on it, it's the center fielder will make the catch. Stoudemire will tag up and go to third. Now with 2 outs. I think maybe on a hotter day, that one might have forced itself closer to the track.
Number 12.
I thought it was out, honestly, off the bat, just because it sounded great. It seemed like he really barreled it up, but might have got under it a little bit, which caused it to stay in the park. But overall, again, it's 2 well-hit balls just right at people by the Hornets this inning. Or in that case, high enough in the air that they're able to get track in time.
Down. 2 up now, Jackson Ruiz. That one hit right back up to the pitcher, Cronco. He'll throw over to first, and that'll retire the side. On the 1-3 ground out. We'll head to the bottom of the fourth inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned into Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk. See dealer for details.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Here is some changes potentially, I think, might be Broughton behind the plate. Or is that Fletcher?
No, it's Ty Broughton if it's 15, which it is.
I couldn't see the whole number. So Ty Broughton might be coming in on a straight switch.
Well, no, he is coming in.
He is coming in on a straight switch on Sifford.
Yeah, makes sense. Like we heard from Manager Tobin, he's trying to get...
Are there any other changes?
Now batting, number 4, Charlie France.
I don't see. Is that Jordan Camby in right field? I think it is, yeah. Looks to be Jordan Camby now playing right, which is definitely different. Don't know how much right field Jordan Camby's played.
Coming in for more.
But opportunity for him here.
Looks like Horowitz in left field as well, according to Game Changer. That one hit down the line, but out foul. Excuse me. So we'll see Horowitz now down in left field for Bailey. Canby for Moore. And then Broughton in for Sifford catching. The 0-1 delivery, that one high in the zone, but high just out of the zone for ball one. Be interesting to see how much that might affect here the battery between Buber and Sifford. They were teammates this year. That one in there for a strike, 1-2 now.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. A little bit different combination there.
But again, that stuff happens in summer baseball all the time.
Yeah, and
1-2, he nearly swings out of his shoes for strikeout number 3 on the evening.
The other thing I was going to say was that Ty obviously played on this team last year.
Number 2,
this is Carson's first year on the team, so he's not familiar with him from the past. But I mean, I'm sure they've worked together in practice enough to probably have a good idea of things that they prefer.
Get back here in action, the 0-1 count. Buber's pitch back up the middle. Hartman with a slick play will throw over to West for out number 2. We've seen quite a few slick plays here by these infielders. Thanks, Nick.
Well, like we said, 3 out of 4 of them are shortstops, or guys that can play shortstop. Have that look defensively. It helps. Carson obviously can pitch to contact, not really have to worry about the guys behind him making plays. And I mean, Baden Hartman, I don't know if that looked like a play a shortstop would make.
Yeah.
And obviously he's playing second because of Stoudemire, but you could put any of these guys at any of these 3 positions and they'd do well.
Gensemer at the plate. That one in there for called strike 1. Now 1-1 is the count.
Which will certainly help you when you're going on to play college.
Yeah. 2 outs in the inning. 1 high and outside for ball 2.
Because it's a lot easier to get on the field if you're an infielder, not a shortstop or a second baseman or a third baseman or a first baseman. You're just an infielder.
Well, something that I saw interesting, I'll let this pitch go by and I'll talk about it. I went in there for called strike 2, now 2-2. So Kyle West, who we talked about, transferred from D2 Concord to D1, or D1 Charleston, excuse me, or D2 Charleston to D1 WVU. He's up in Green Bay playing for the Rockers in the Northwood Leagues. He was playing left field last night. He's listed as an infielder in college and on their roster, but he's getting on the field any way possible, probably because of his bat.
I mean, also Kyle West is 6'4", so
that's true.
Pretty tall for an infielder, typically, unless he's playing first. You see some really tall, lanky shortstops when you get to minor leagues and major leagues, but typically a 6'4" guy is either playing outfield or first base. So that just shows how much athleticism Kyle West has as well, and why people are now maybe saying, could he be drafted into the majors?
The 2-2 delivery, that one hit into left field. That one's going to drop for a clean single for Gensemer.
One of the few.
The first hit of the evening.
Yeah, I was going to say, is that the first hit?
First hit of the evening.
It certainly felt like it, and then it confirmed
it
was.
Number 3.
So, well hit ball there. But with 2 outs, can Carson still work his way out of this inning? Have to wait and see.
Yeah. 2 up now. Gabaldon. That one grounded. Hartman's going to go get it, and he's going to throw it to West for out number 3 to retire the side. Another 4-3 ground out. We'll head to the top of the 5th inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned in to Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 back at 60.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
Jambo Construction and Fencing Company, LLC is a veteran-owned and operated company right here in the Eastern Panhandle of West Virginia that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. Find us on Facebook at Jambo Construction and Fencing to see more of the projects we've completed. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452 or Jamie Gall at 304-279-5053. We are licensed and insured in the state of West Virginia, and as Martinsburg alums, we say, go Bulldogs. Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Spencer Puig, Rosalini, happy to have you with us. Cameramen this evening, Braden Schaffner and Colin McLaughlin. Back in the studio, Dylan Bishop. As we get you into the fifth inning here. Right at 6 o'clock, Nick. An hour into this ball game.
Yeah, good baseball so far. I mean, pitchers duel. Only 4 combined hits between these two teams, so you don't see that very often, and you don't see that very often at Legion because of all the talented hitters, but these two pitchers have been on their games, and we know obviously there's talented pitchers. So it's kind of what's going to be the matchup that wins the day. So far it's been the pitching, but we've seen Berkeley post 14 come on in the later innings
now
and score some runs.
17.
Riley Bob's now in the game. He had his 2 hits last time in the later part of the game, including the hit that started the rally for the Hornets to eventually run rule, and then of course the hit that made it a run rule walk-off.
Yeah.
So
first pitch into him's a strike. We mentioned earlier, Bub officially committed to Pot State. That one low for ball 1. And, we talked about it, but it's pretty intriguing just kind of the work that he's put in for a guy that just went to college. Didn't go to play college baseball last year as a freshman, and now he's going to go and play college baseball, although at the JUCO level. But just the fact that he's even getting the opportunity to says, a lot about what he's done himself to get him to this point.
absolutely. I mean, Riley Bub, we knew he was a talented player.
2-1 delivery. That one will go into the outfield past the outstretched arms of the shortstop, Hunsicker, and that's a single for Bub.
We knew he was a talented player. Unfortunately, he had the injury in his senior season,
14,
which probably hurt him
Horwitz.
in terms of getting recruited and stuff, but not surprised that he's now found a place to play college baseball because there's a ton of talent in Riley Bub.
Yeah, now up to the plate, Griffin Horwitz getting his first at-bat. That one swung on and foul-tipped into the mitt.
Yeah, Griffin seemed a little bit off his game when we saw him the other day, so hopefully he settles in now and can get some big hits for this team.
He did score a run in that ball game. That one swung on and missed for strike 2. Looks like he did, in fact, get some of it again. But it's an 0-2 count on Griffin Horwitz, who's playing at Army right now, Army West Point. The Jefferson grad. That one on the hit and run, that one fouled off. And while we talk about Horwitz, talk about his brother a little bit, Cullen Horwitz, who went to San JUCO State, I believe, in Texas, and now he's going to play at Carolina. Currently, right now, playing for the Percival Cannons in the Valley League. But that family just baseball rich. So he started at West Point, but transferred to JUCO.
Yeah, and now to be at UNC, I mean, that's one of the better baseball conferences in the ACC.
Yeah.
So excited to see how he does at that level of play.
They're going to throw back to try to get the runner in Bub, but he's back in time.
I'm wondering now if guys like Chase DeLauder, of course, Kyle West, Horowitz, are these the kind of guys that we're going to see more of a recruiting for the baseball around here at the D1 level, because all those guys now are playing D1 or played D1, and one of them got drafted and are projecting very well. So
one guy, one set of guys can do it, can help you kind of change the recruiting of an area.
Yeah, I mean,
it just takes a few guys.
All those guys are obviously, special athletes, but and it's hard to project. And we have seen, though, a lot of guys on this team already commit to play some sort of baseball.
Yeah.
But for the guys that are maybe getting overlooked a little bit and are only going to community college, maybe they then start getting D2, D3 offers at high school because more respect for the area. And then the guys that are getting those D2 offers, like Kyle West, that probably should have been getting D1 offers, eventually start to get those. I hope that's what we see here in the Eastern Panhandle.
Yeah, and for a guy like Kyle West, didn't get to play that 2020 season and was class of 2021.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
So, I think hopefully we're past a lot of that, but we're not in the college, because then it also makes an impact on the guys being recruited, because they're going to go to the transfer portal. The colleges are for those guys.
That's every sport.
Yeah. The 2-2 delivery low for ball 3 on Horowitz.
And the reason.
But I think that's hurt high school recruiting.
Absolutely, yeah.
Especially for the guys that were given the extra COVID year, which is still kind of happening right now.
Yeah. If you're a college coach, you're going to say, well, why would I take a risk on a high school kid when I know this guy can play at least at some level?
And that'll walk Horowitz, and going to third, there's Bub. Bub took second. Now third.
Batting, number 10, Jordan Canby.
So Canby's got an opportunity here if runners on the corners. We may see a pitching change here.
We might, or they're just going to... Oh, they got somebody warming. Can't quite see his number from this angle.
This is the first visit, so I would expect they're going to let him stay in unless they're seeing something significant to change it here.
I believe it's Owen Gang.
But this is an opportunity for Berkeley here. You got runners on the corners, nobody out, so you need to put some runs up here, even with a 1-0 lead. You want to, obviously, as we get later into this ball game, build on that lead as much as you can. So they're going to let Crocona stay in the game, but
for now at least, they still got Gang warming, in the bullpen area. That one fouled off of Canby's shoulder. Canby going to Pot State as well with Bub, so he's trying to drive in his future teammate.
Yeah, there you go. And Potomac State will like to see that quite a bit next season, maybe.
Yeah. The 0-1 delivery, and going there is Horowitz, and he's going to get in time, and a great grab. And that one's going down the line, but stays in. But a great grab there by Hunsicker, as that one could have been in the outfield, and Bub could have scored.
He might have been able to score anyway, but you don't want to take the risk there now with two guys in scoring position and nobody out to get thrown out at home. But him kind of going down the line nearly forced an opportunity to score at the throw going past the third baseman down there, but it hit off that fence, so it was too close to run him there. But potentially Bub could have scored on that throw down if he wanted to be super aggressive here.
The 1-1 delivery, that one popped up as it starts to get brighter here.
Yeah.
With the sun on the left field side.
Yep. So far, all those storms have held off, which is good to see. I don't know if we're in the clear completely yet, but
definitely cooled things down today.
Yeah, it's been a nice day overall, besides the rain.
Yeah.
But rain is needed.
The 1-2 delivery, that one hit into center field, and that one is going to drop. That one nearly caught by the center fielder, but it's not. So coming home to score in the RBI single is Bub. It's now 2-0, and it'll be a double for Jordan Canby.
Yeah, that'd be a double since he got the second, and it wasn't because of a throw. That was kind of a weird play because he didn't hit it far enough.
No,
really for it to
both
be double.
base runners had to hold.
Yeah, I mean, you would have liked to have scored both guys, obviously, but you didn't know that was going to fall in. And then with Jordan's speed and hustle, he's able to get himself into second.
Colin Reed due up. We saw him hit a 3-run knock to center field on Wednesday night. Can he do it again? First pitch into him, he fouls that one off.
I think if he does, he's going to left field this time.
I just wanted to be the summoner there.
Yeah.
No outs still in this inning. The 0-1 delivery high and inside to Reed. He's seen that quite a bit. He got hit by a pitch in his first at-bat. After a couple close balls, and had one close one in his last at-bat before he grounded out. Brings the count here at 1-1. The delivery, that one grounded down in near the dugout. Sifford's got to dive out of the way, off the bucket.
Yeah. Colin Reed just waking everybody up over there. But it's the second foul ball that he's put pretty good contact on, so we'll see if he can straighten it out.
That one hit into right center field, and that will at least bring one guy home. Coming around to score is Canby. A 2 RBI double for Colin Reed makes it 4-0 post 14 here in the fifth inning.
Now batting, number 13.
Yeah, great hitting there by
Baden
Colin Reed.
Hartman.
I mean, he's just swinging a great bat right now. I think if you're a coach looking for some additions, number 20 for the Hornets would be a good addition to your lineup.
Yeah, I can't imagine just what he's been able to display over the last couple weeks that he's going to stay uncommitted for much longer. But here is the pitching change we've been awaiting. We'll step aside for a 60-second break. When we come back, we'll have the pitching change and resume to action. You're tuned into Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 back in 60.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Locust Hill Golf Course invites you to historic Charlestown, West Virginia for 18 holes of phenomenal golf. We're just an hour drive from the Baltimore-D.C. Beltway, 1/2 hour from Winchester and Leesburg, Virginia, as well as Hagerstown and Frederick, Maryland. Each tee offers challenges across the 35 acres of lakes, ponds, and streams, which come into play on 11 holes. The Blue Ridge Mountains also provide a breathtaking backdrop to Locust Hill. Schedule your tee time today at www.locusthillgolfcourse.com or call 304-728-7300. That's 304-728-7300.
To P.O. Faulkner Park here. Pitching change for the West Lawn Owls. It's Owen Gang in to pitch after Kronka comes out after 4 innings plus, I guess you'd call it. Here is not able to get it out in this 5th inning yet, but 4 innings pitched. Final line for Kronka is 4 innings, 6 hits, 4 runs, 4 earned, 2 walks, 1 strikeout on 83 pitches, so a lot of pitches there. Carson Buber threw 4 is just at 57 pitches. But Baden Hartman at the plate now, looking to bring home Colin Reed and keep the line moving. That one high for ball 1 as the sun returns here and is kind of causing a shadow for the pitcher here.
You'll see if the Hornets can keep this offensive firepower going.
The 1-0 delivery, that slapped into left field, and that one's going to go foul.
Ooh. Left fielder slipped on his way over to retrieve that baseball.
Yeah.
But looked like Baden was going to get maybe another double down for the Hornets.
I think Coach Byler thought that was fair.
It looked like it was fair. Maybe he was thinking it was going fair or hoping it was going fair for Berkeley. I mean,
I almost said fair because I couldn't see from my little angle here because he was pointing. But nonetheless, here it was a foul ball, 1-1 the count, no outs for Baden Hartman. Hartman had a single to left field in the first inning. That one in there for a ball, 2-1. breaking ball.
Yeah, it looked like one that was elevated a little bit, but Baden, of course, leading off of it for the called ball. Not where you want to live, though, with the curveball.
2-1 delivery put in the same location, and that's foul.
Yeah, just missing these pitches here. So, I mean, if he can get a hold of it and get good contact, could be looking at an extended lead for the Hornets.
The 2-2 delivery coming from Gang. That one slapped in the field once again down the line, but foul.
Yeah, I mean, that's 3 of the best hit baseballs today, but all of them were going foul, unfortunately, for Baden Hartman.
Two-two delivery. That one hit into right field. Camping under it is the right fielder to make the catch. And Reed will go to third, and he'll get in there in time as third baseman's not able to keep the catch, but I think he was making it anyway. So
I think it might have hit Colin.
Yeah.
You're wrong, though.
But nonetheless, an out there moves the guy over to 90 feet away from scoring with just one out now, with Stoudemire back to the plate.
Yeah, so ultimately Baden did his job. Not what he wanted after those, foul balls, but to get the runner over to third, and most likely you're going to hopefully be able to bring him in, I guess, if you're the Hornets.
That one to Stoudemire for a ball.
I think Stoudemire already has a sacrifice today, so.
Yep.
Looking to do it
RBI
again.
ground out.
At least. If not, get a
hit.
Hit would be better, obviously.
1-0 delivery high for ball 2.
But find some way to contribute. He's gotten, I think, like 7 RBIs on the year, so his average hasn't been, phenomenal, but he's found ways to get runners in.
One nearly hits Stoudemire, is able to get out of the way. 3-0 the count. See this one to be a strike. 3-0 delivery, catches the zone for strike 1. You can hear in the distance 2 teams getting ready for the next game, already in the cage. 3-1. That'll walk Stoudemire once again. He walked in the 4th to lead
now
things
batting,
off.
number 8, Chase Herndon.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see Stoudemire take second here, Nick.
Yeah. Like we said, he's got good speed, and with a runner on third, most likely you're going to see a steal opportunity. They've been able to run pretty well on the catcher today. So.
And Herndon's up. That one outside. Catches the zone for strike 1, but Stoudemire with the lead past the cutout there. Now just inside of it with both feet. And he gets wider lead. He's thinking about going, but he doesn't. That one hit into left center field. It will drop. Coming in to score is Reed, going to second. Coming all the way around to score here. Didn't need to slide with Stoudemire on the 2 RBI double for Chase Herndon, who had 2 hard hit balls his first 2 times up, and now gets rewarded with 2 RBIs.
Yeah, Chase Herndon, great piece of hit in there. This has been the big inning that the Hornets have been looking for. We knew they had the ability to do it as the game goes on, and it's been a big inning here to get these runs up on the board.
Just 1 out with Broughton due up. This is his first at-bat as he came in for Sifford last inning, or the top of the inning, or I guess the end of last inning, with the Berkeley Post 14 Hornets being the visitors in this tournament game. The 1-0 is the count. The delivery high once again. Just can't get the grip on that he needs, it seems like, the last 2 pitches, Nick.
Yeah, hasn't really had much success since coming in. Obviously put in a tough situation. But we'll see if he can slow down some of this red-hot Hornets offense.
2-0 low for ball 3. So a tough inning here for the West Lawn Owls. Giving them 5 runs with just 1 out.
Giving up another base runner here, depending on.
Whoa.
I looked low and outside, but.
I think Bond was getting ready to walk down to first base.
Yeah, I thought he earned a walk there.
He thought he did too, based upon his facial expression. Nonetheless, called a strike. 3-1 the count. 3-1 delivery. Swung on and missed. Low. Would have been the fourth ball. Brings the count full at 3-2.
Ty Brodin playing at Hood College currently.
Yeah.
Former Washington Patriot.
That one nearly hits him, but he'll take the base.
Now batting, number 12.
Maybe we
Jackson
see a courtesy runner here? Not too certain if they'll use the courtesy runner. I think they are. Maybe. Yeah.
Looks like Cam Moore.
Is it Oviedo?
I thought I saw the one.
Maybe they're not going to use it.
Oh,
they're just going to throw down on the steal for Herndon. He's out, but the double steal puts Broughton on second. That was planned there, Nick.
Courtesy run.
That was a planned double steal. Straight up, they're waiting to get Oviedo there in scoring position. But that takes Herndon out here.
And now 2 outs. So we'll see what Jackson can do.
First pitch to Ruest. Catches the zone for strike 1.
Ruest usually a guy that can drive a run in a multitude of ways.
Oh, 1's the count here. 2 outs. A runner on second and the courtesy runner in Oviedo. That one low for ball 1. It's turned out now to be a breezy but nice evening here at P.O. Faulkner Park after some rain. Start things off and then here about 30-40 minutes ago. The 1-1 delivery. That one hit over to the second baseman. He'll try to glove it, but he can't make the catch. Or can't glove it, so it'll be an error. And Ruest reaches and moves Oviedo to third, so runners on the corners here with 2 outs.
Number 17, Riley Bub.
With Bub.
Yeah, sometimes you just put it in play and it turns into a base runner. Obviously, not what Westlawn wanted there with the ground ball. Should have been a pretty routine play, but the error extends the inning and Hornets just keep going.
Now I've got to get into the other side of my, I did for this one, but Riley Bub with the final out of the inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned in to Legion Baseball here on Talk Radio WRNR and T10 back in 60.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value Brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
One of the questions lawyers get asked the most is, what is my case worth?
I'm Steven Skinner, and this is my brother Andrew with Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
The truth is, it's very difficult for a lawyer to pinpoint a number because every case is different.
We get to know each situation and we'll give you an idea of what your case is worth and why.
The sooner we get involved, the better we can do getting you the compensation you deserve.
Google Skinner Lawyers or go to skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park here. A 6-0 lead for the post-14 Hornets against the West Lawn Owls. Bottom 5th inning. Due up is the 6, 7, 8 batters, Shutter, Cope, and Kennedy. Nick, if you're the Owls here, you really need to get something going.
Now batting, number 16, Jordan Shutter.
Yeah, it was a good cookie, by the way. But obviously, after a big inning for Berkeley post 14, you want to get some offense going. But Carson Buber's been pretty unhittable so far.
How about this? This is just his second at-bat. In there for strike one. This is just Kennedy's second at-bat of the day. His first came in the third. The 0-1 delivery by Buber. Outside for ball one.
Yeah, anytime you're only getting your second at-bat in this point in the ball game, it shows how good the pitching's been. I mean, West Lawn had good pitching early. Just, again, the Hornets, as the game goes on, gets later, they seem to do better offensively, and that's kind of been the trend recently. And
yeah,
that was the outcome in that last inning.
It was. That one had to duck out of the way. Did shutter, so it's 2-1 now. That one fouled off, makes it 2-2.
We were sitting there the other night, in a 4-1 game where Berkeley had just one hit. The one hit was a 3-run home run. And then all of a sudden they explode for 7 runs in the 6th, and they run rule. We could potentially see something like that here in the next half inning for all we know.
That one hit to left center field. It will drop for a single, just the second hit of the evening for the West Lawn Owls.
Now batting, number 22,
and that's just the
Jacob
62nd pitch of the evening for Buber.
That's good that he's been so efficient, but, that's... West Lawn's not going to just back down. I mean, they came down here for a reason, to try to win some games.
One inside for ball one.
Oh,
to Cope.
See anybody warming out? Well, maybe somebody.
Somebody's tossing. I can't quite see who it is.
Just in case, but at this point, I mean, Buber's been so good, you might even let him go the whole way, but now he's starting to struggle a little bit, so we see a mound visit.
Trying to see who that is over there. Trevor Bohr?
Yeah, I believe it is. As Colin came in and told me that it was number 3.
He might need to come in and shut the door.
Shut the door, Bohr. He's the guy to do it.
It looks like a lineup change coming? Or something.
Yeah, I don't know.
No, a ball. I don't know what Trip Tobin's doing over there.
Maybe he just wants to spend some time.
He's talking to the next team up. Not sure if that's Boonesboro or Morgantown. But 2-0's the count here.
I thought maybe he just wanted to spend some time in the West Lawn dugout.
That one in there for strike one, regaining his ability to hit the zone after 2 misses. One in there for strike 2 as he catches the corner. 2 great pitches back to back after starting out 2-0.
Yeah, a good mound visit there by the Hornets. Come out, fix whatever you were seeing from the dugout, and now Carson seems locked back in.
That one inside for ball 3. Brings count full with 3-2.
Definitely a talented pitcher is Buber. Excited to see what he does in his senior season.
Full count delivery by Buber. That's low for ball 4. A rare walk for Buber, just his second of the evening.
Yeah, so despite it looked like he had gotten things back under control, he
now batting, number 5.
Ends up giving up a walk.
Kennedy.
I don't think Trevor's ready yet, so. And with a 6-run lead, you could afford potentially a few runs being put up here, but you don't want that necessarily.
That one to Kennedy as he fouls that one off.
You'd love to see Buber just get out of this inning. You throw Trevor for the next inning, and you feel pretty good about.
Well, again, they'll have to go throw through the 7th.
Right, yeah. Right, well, you never
because
know.
they're visitors.
They could score 4 more runs, too.
That is true. They'd have to not give up any here.
Yeah, so it's still some big runs out there.
The 0-1 delivery, that one back up the middle. Stoudemire will try to get 2, but they won't be able to get 2, and a 1-run will score as they get the runner at second, but ball thrown over to Ruest at first, goes out of.
Yeah, rare mistake by Baden Hartman there. That runner was already pretty close to the bag. He wasn't going to get him.
Oh, wait, is that Caleb Fletcher at first? That's Caleb Fletcher down there at first.
Now batting, number 10.
Didn't get that on the coming in, but Colin was about to tell me the same thing. Oh.
But either way.
Jackson's now in right. Canby's in his natural position of center.
So Chase Herndon's out of the game.
Yes.
Okay. Well, anyway. Baden probably should have ate that one up and just had the runners on first and third, but made a mistake there throwing that one down.
Now one in there for strike. 0-2 the count here on Gang the pitcher on a straight swap there. Or no, I guess he came in for Bradley. That one will drop for a single into center field. Canby will pick it up. So it's now 2 on with 1 out. So 5-run lead for the Hornets.
Yeah, well hit ball there by Gain, and like we said, West Lawn's continue to fight,
20,
continue
Bristow,
to
Hunsicker.
Try to work their way back into this one.
Hunsick, we're back to the top of the order here.
Get another ground ball, you could get yourself out of the inning.
Yeah.
So that's got to be in the back of the mind of Carson Buber right now.
The 0-1 delivery in there for called strike 2. Buber now has kind of upped himself in pitches to 74. That one off of the catcher's gear and tried to throw down the third, but they couldn't, so both runners now move up.
It takes away that double play, so that hurts.
Take away with what you were trying to say, could get him out of the inning. 1-2. Trying to look for the strikeout here.
I mean, technically, you could still get a double play, but
not
a very likely double play.
A natural double play, it takes it away.
Yeah.
1-2 delivery from Buber. That one back up to the shortstop. They'll get one at third. Maybe they don't. That one goes through the hand of Bub, and that's a live ball. Bub looks a little hurt there.
Yeah. I think they'll still.
But a run comes in to score.
Everything's there, good.
Now 6-2.
Even with it being a live ball, I like that West Lawn didn't run there because obviously Bub seemed injured.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have done it. I wouldn't have blamed you for doing it. But I don't even know if they would have scored because somebody could have picked it up pretty easily and thrown it in.
Yeah.
I don't think initially that the Hornets were aware that maybe there was a live ball there.
Nonetheless, it's now 6-2. Bub up to 78, or excuse me, Buber up to 78 pitches with the one coming up.
So some defensive plays not going in Post 14's favor here this inning, and it's allowed some players to reach bases and guys extending the inning.
Yeah. France at the plate. I went in there for called strike 1. Now 1-1 here with 1 out as Buber tries to take back control. The 1-1 delivery in there for called strike 2. Back-to-back strikes for Carson Buber.
Does set up that potential double play though again. So can Carson get that ground ball and get himself out of this inning?
The 1-2 delivery, that one off the catcher's mitt, but gear, but stays right there for Broughton.
If that wild pitch had allowed the runner to advance the second, I was going to not talk about a double play anymore.
2-2 delivery. That one fouled off. Two and two here with one out. This extended inning so far. 2-2 delivery from Buber. That one high. They're fake the throw down to first.
Fooled me. Fooled Colin.
Did he bring the camera all the way down to first?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't blame him.
Yeah, I don't either.
If he didn't, and they did throw down, they got him out, we would be mad at Colin.
That's true. But that one fouled off, continuing the at-bat here. 3-2. As this will likely be the last inning for Carson Buber. 85th pitch coming up for Buber.
Yeah, trying to get out of this jam. Runner takes off.
That one back up the middle. They're only going to get, well, I guess they're going to, no, they're going to try to double them off. And they do. They get the double play to end the inning.
I don't know what that base runner is.
Yeah, I don't know either. But that'll do it for this half of the inning, but not before West Lawn can put up 2 runs, make it a 4-run ball game. We'll head to the top of the 6th inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned in to Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and T10. Back at 6.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
One of the questions lawyers get asked the most is, what is my case worth?
I'm Steven Skinner, and this is my brother Andrew with Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
The truth is, it's very difficult for a lawyer to pinpoint a number because every case is different.
We get to know each situation and we'll give you an idea of what your case is worth and why.
The sooner we get involved, the better we can do getting you the compensation you deserve.
Google Skinner Lawyers or go to skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
Thanks.
So the Hornets win.
Yeah. Welcome back here. Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park. Here is 2-hour time limits in effect here for these games, with the next game going at 7, I believe, for this game, the way that it reads on the sheet. So they'll have to, they can't start an inning after 7 p.m. And that was a 36-minute frame.
Do you see any teams throughout this tournament try to delay the inning? You get the 2-hour time limit, you win the game.
That's some different kind of strategy there, Nick.
I don't like that strategy, but I don't disagree with it potentially.
First pitch into Horowitz nearly hits him. He got a snicker on his face after that one.
Like if West Lawn was winning right now, you could easily just like take some mound visits, take your time out there.
That one fouled off to the backstop, 1-1 the count. You could, Nick. That is true. Strategy. Baseball's a game of strategy.
Yeah, but I think these guys, I mean, when you're playing Legion, you came to play. So you're trying to get a full game in if you can.
The 1-1 delivery to Horowitz. Makes it 2-1 as that one's low on the breaking ball. Gang still pitching. Owen Gang still pitching for the Owls. The 2-1 delivery low for ball 3.
Yeah, we'll see what he's got here for the remainder of this ball game.
3-1 delivery low. That'll walk Horowitz.
Not what you wanted, though. And Griffin. Again, another guy in this lineup that can take off and run if needed.
Hanby.
But, I mean, it was a good start for Kokona until that last inning.
Yeah.
And then Gain tried to do what he could to lower the damage.
One in there for a ball on Jordan Canby, makes it 1-0. As Yang struggling to find the zone right now.
Yeah, definitely not what. I mean, long inning.
Yeah.
Back-to-back long innings for both of these pitchers.
And he was in the dugout for a while.
Horwitz takes off.
That one fouled out of here towards Charlotte Prather.
Same thing for Carson Buber, right? His offense puts up the 6 runs, or I guess the 5 runs in the inning, and obviously anybody would want to have a 6-run lead. But then you come out, it's been a little while, maybe it threw off his timing, his momentum a little bit. That could have played a factor in him giving up a few innings and not having his best stuff after what was a dominant performance.
That one hit down the line, but foul by Canby.
I mean, no starting pitcher is going to complain about a 5-run inning, but it does,
throw off the mojo a little bit.
Yeah, especially when you're rolling like Buber was.
Yeah. 1-2's the count here with Horwitz on first in the top of the 6th inning. Throwing over. Gets Horwitz back.
Yeah, they tried a little bit of a hit and run earlier. We know Griffin's got good speed. He could take second.
Time called by Canby.
Canby's been swinging a pretty good bat this summer. Had a home run a few weeks ago. So was hitting above 400.
That one fouled off once again. It's barely getting a piece of it there was Canby, but being able to get one was huge there. If this score stays, Post 14 will have the win. That one popped up in the infield. First baseman coming in on it, and he makes the catch for out number 1 with Colin Reed now to the plate. What I was saying there was not too sure how we'll catch up with Trip Tobin.
Reed. I didn't even think about that, honestly, because of it being a tournament. I mean, we could bring him up here.
That's true
if he wants. But I was trying to figure out, if the Hornets held on, who we would interview in the postgame. But I guess you're right, Spencer. We at least won't be doing it on the field.
Yeah.
Because, of course, the next game has to start.
They'll start warming up. That one goes back. Horwitz is going to take second at least, and he will just take second.
Every once in a while, Spencer, you think of something, and it's a good thought. And that was a good thought just a few moments ago. So
what was?
Just the fact that we
have
to figure out how we're doing our postgame interview if the Hornets do hold on to win.
Well, I looked up here, and I saw this, and I was like, wait. They got to get on the field for the next game.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Colin Reed at the plate. First pitch into him, high for ball 1.
If we would have gone at the original pace, maybe we would have had time to do it. But
yeah, or if the Hornets run it.
Yeah, doesn't look like that's going to happen, but who knows?
That one goes to the backstop. Horwitz now 90 feet away from scoring.
And just a really good bat at the plate, and Colin Reed, who's had a good day today, has had a good week so far. Good season for him, really. I mean,
yeah. That one fouled off. 2-2 the count. We'll also have to see if we can get Tripp up here because he's kind of running this tournament.
Yeah, so we might not be able to.
We might get Ethan up here.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe just a player. I don't know if Ethan would want to do an interview or not.
That's true.
But he's been helping with the lineup quite a bit, so.
Yeah. 2-1 delivery low.
We will just have to figure it out, Spencer. But runner in scoring position here for Colin Reed.
3-1 delivery. That one right back to the shortstop. What is there? The horn honk somewhere. Did you notice that?
What'd you say?
Now
was
batting,
honked.
number 13, Baden Hartman.
I thought you said the Horn Hawks.
No, the horn was honked.
That's a new team that I'm not familiar with.
You're not familiar with.
No.
That one fouled down the left field line for Baden Hartman. Doing what he did last inning.
Hitting the ball hard.
Fouling it down the left field line. That one drops, but stays in front of the catcher. Dylan says that's the new name of the Hagerstown team, the Hagerstown Horn Honks.
Be creative.
Yeah. That one hit over to the third baseman. He'll throw over to first to complete the out and end the inning. On the 5-3 ground out, we'll head to the bottom of the sixth inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned into Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10 back in 60.
Jambo Construction and Fencing Company, LLC is a veteran-owned and operated company right here in the Eastern Panhandle, West Virginia that specializes in decks, fencing, and hardscaping. Find us on Facebook at Jambo Construction and Fencing to see more of the projects we've completed. For a free estimate, you can call Bo Bartley at 304-268-5452 or Jamie Gall at 304-279-5053. We are licensed and insured in the state of West Virginia, and as Martinsburg alums, we say, go Bulldogs.
A new WVU Heart and Vascular Institute is now open in Martinsburg, offering 10,000 square feet of clinic space with exam rooms, procedure rooms, diagnostic capabilities, and a dedicated patient entrance waiting area. At the WVU Heart and Vascular Institute, our board-certified physicians are performing groundbreaking procedures using cutting-edge techniques to provide world-class healthcare close to home. Visit the expanded WVU HVI Clinic on the Berkeley Medical Center campus, a department of Berkeley Medical Center.
Time we go.
Back. Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park, Nick, as you're right on time there. That's Trevor Bohr coming in. That ends the day for Carson Buber. Successful night, a quality start for him. 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts on 85 pitches, 56 for strikes, facing 20 batters. Now Trevor shut the door. Bohr coming in, Nick. 12 innings on the season. He started the game, played 3 games. He's allowed 13 hits, 12 runs, 10 earned, 8 walks, 7 strikeouts for an ERA of 5.83. It's a little elevated there in just those 12 innings.
Yeah, he had a few up and down performances early in the year, but from my understanding, down in Morgantown, he pitched really well.
Yeah,
so
he had
I
7
think,
innings and allowed 1 earned run.
Yeah, I think that's the Trevor Bohr we've been used to seeing, but a guy that Tripp spoke very highly of the other day. He came through with an RBI, and we know he's going to only pitch at college. So,
well, maybe. Who knows?
Most likely, right?
He's put on a great performance.
Recruited as.
Yeah.
So, but just a guy that loves the game, and brings his love to the park every single day, even if he isn't pitching, and that's kind of what you like to see.
Due up now is Cracona, who stayed in the game after coming out pitching.
And obviously, he did that last year too.
Yeah. That one lined over to the third baseman, Bub. He'll throw to Fletcher for out number 1. So another ground out here. This time, just Trevor Bohr's first ground out.
Yeah, that's been, unfortunately for Westlawn, a trend for them. They just haven't really rallied together too many hits. They've been putting the ball in play, but just not hit well enough.
First pitch coming in to Gensimer. Low for ball 1. They got to get out of this inning in 12 minutes, Nick, or less, to start the 7th inning. That one popped up, playable. Bub makes the catch for out number 2. Great catch there by Bub along the fence for the dugout.
Yeah, been playing pretty good ball down there at third base, both defensively.
Now batting,
and
3, Evan Gabaldon.
Trying to get me off my game here.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. I was trying to. Apparently, it's Brady Reed's birthday, so it's Colin Reed's younger brother's birthday.
Well, shout out to Brady.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. Maybe they just wanted you to let him know.
No, he was trying to go to Big Game Joe. Didn't know who to go to.
Well, hey, if you and I were going out over the stadium, that would be...
Well, I think we have accidentally before.
That's crazy.
That one hits the turf, but then comes up and hits the cleats there of Gabaldon.
I feel like when they turn it over to the PA, or to the Jim Nance at the Super Bowl, or whoever's calling the game.
That one popped up, coming in on it as Canby. It'll make the catch for the out and retire the side on the F8. We'll head to the top of the 7th inning after this 60-second break. You're tuned into Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10, back in 60.
Do you need a place to go for a quick tobacco, soda, snacks, cigarettes, or beer run? Well, then you're in luck, because Enter and Exit has convenience without the cost. Enter and Exit right off Route 11 is located at 31 Meadow Lane in Martinsburg and soon to be opening in Chambersburg, PA. Enter and Exit is open Monday through Saturday from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. and Sundays from 9:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. For great convenience without the cost, stop on into Enter and Exit today.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies. From small beginnings and over a century later, we maintain our dedication to our policyholders to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. Protecting everything from your home to your business has never been easier. Our team is here to ensure that you, your family, and your assets are taken care of. We enjoy giving back and doing our part to keep Martinsburg a great place to be.
Welcome back to P.O. Faulkner Park here. Top of the 7th inning. Due up for the Hornets. 5, 6, and 7. Stoudemire, Herndon, and Broughton. I believe. Unless we've got someone else checking in.
Number 6.
Well, Herndon is out, so that should be Caleb Fletcher now.
You're right.
Yeah. But other than that, I believe you are correct.
So it looks like the Junior Legion game tonight was canceled, because they're supposed to be in Waynesboro, PA. That one low for ball 1.
Yeah, might have been a little bit more rain. Well, if they don't have turf, then yeah. Probably rained enough today, I guess. That is one of the benefits of it.
Yeah. But the post 14 here, this is the away half of the 7th inning. They are away in tonight's game. That one catches the zone for strike 1, now 2-1. So they'll still be at bottom of the 7th inning coming up.
That's very true.
2-1 delivery in there for called strike 2, now 2-2.
So Bohr will have to shut the door some more. He's closed it part way.
Maybe. There's somebody over there throwing.
Oh, you got to go Trevor Bohr in the 7th.
That one brings the count to 3-2. That'll walk Braden Stoudemire. Once again, he's had 3 walks today around an RBI ground out to start things off.
I was going to say, some good at-bats from Stoudemire today.
Yeah.
You know, it's not one that you
number 19.
look at.
That's a guy that hasn't hit in a year.
I mean, he's
coming
a guy
into the summer
that you look at and he just finds a way to get on base. It's not, going to jump out at you in the box score, but it was a really productive day at the plate.
He's going. On the strike call, he makes it.
I think that's his second stolen base today. So.
At least, yeah.
Yeah, he's been finding ways to just be really productive.
Yeah,
we
that's
get
his
to
second
see
stolen base.
Caleb Fletcher, who joined this team and has been really good for him.
Yeah. That one inside. Caleb Fletcher, an interesting story. I mean, we didn't really know about him until, March. He ended up becoming second-team All-State selection as a catcher for Jefferson. Also pitches a bunch, plays first. He's a guy that came from, was originally in private school, then went to a school in Virginia, reclassed down to a sophomore. So he'll have 2 more years of high school action.
Yeah, I think he's originally from the area.
Yeah, I think he played Little League in Shenandoah, or in the Jefferson County Little League. That one in there for a strike, now 2-2.
But, an interesting young man. I think he's got a ton of potential, throws his fastball in the mid to upper 80s, so we'll see how he grows and develops over these next few years, but definitely going to be an exciting player to watch.
The 2-2 delivery low for ball 3.
And, his average wasn't necessarily where he wanted it to be, but a really productive hitter for Jefferson this past season.
Showed he got recognized as All-State player.
Yeah. And he had some struggles early in the post-14 season, but I think he's going to break
That one
out.
hit on the line to right field, but making the catch is the right fielder. And going over to third is Stoudemire. So, doesn't get a hit, but he does the job of moving a guy
Now batting,
to
number
90
15,
feet away from score.
Yeah, productive out. So you'll take that definitely from Caleb Fletcher. See if Ty Brodden can come through now. Yeah, great opportunity for him. Runner on third, just one down. He drew a walk as last time.
In that huge 5th inning. He tries to bunt there, goes foul.
Yeah, probably not a guy that's bunted a ton in his career, but with a runner with the speed like Stoudemire, maybe you push across another run here. Feel pretty good about a 5-run lead. 4-run lead, you can still tie the game on one swing. So if you can get it to 5 here at the sacrifice or the squeeze, that would be really good.
Pulls it back, but he offered, so it'll be a strike. It's 0-2.
Yeah, so can't do that now. You have to put it in play, though, if you're Ty Brodden, be productive here.
Somebody from the post-14 dugout said, hit the ground first.
Again, I don't think Ty Brodden's bunted a ton.
Yeah. Not too sure why he would bunt here. That one fouled off.
Like I said,
but it's going to stay actually in the park, trying to make the catch there.
It's a fair ball.
Is it a fair ball?
Yeah, because I think he touched it in fair territory.
I don't know what's the call. I guess that is. So it's now 7-2 on the air. Guess you'd call that an error.
Hit his glove,
Now
but he
batting, number
dived.
12, Jackson Ruiz.
See if they rule it officially, but hey, that works.
Yeah.
Couldn't get the bunt down, but you would have driven in the run either on probably a sack if he makes that catch because of him having to dive, or in that case, a ball that falls in.
Ruiz at the plate, reached on an air last time up. In there for called strike 1.
That's unfortunate, though. It was a great play, or great effort out there in
Yeah.
right field. Just couldn't get to it. But for the Hornets, they'll certainly take it and see if Ruiz can come through.
The 0-1 delivery to Ruiz is low outside for ball 1. They rule it a double. Coach Bauer, how would you rule that? He would rule it a double too.
Yeah, it was a tough play for the right fielder.
Yeah, it was a
to
tough
make.
play.
He had to slide in there. I don't know too many guys that are going to make that catch. So I think that's fair.
Yeah.
Not your traditional double, but
Exactly.
the double's a double.
2-1's the count here with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. That one hit to right field, and that will drop. Coming around to score is Fletcher. Broughton. So Broughton comes around to score and makes it 8-2 with the RBI double for Jackson Ruiz.
Now batting, number 7, Braden Oviedo.
So Oviedo's going to come back into the game to hit here.
Yeah, re-enters for Bub. That one hit over to the shortstop, a slow roller. But a great catch there, and that'll end the inning, right? Oh, there's only one out. Why did I think there was 2 outs?
Maybe the play in right field.
Yeah, that's what it was. A quick play.
Now batting, number
quick
14,
ground out, 5-3 for Oviedo. Horwitz now, as we're back to the top of the lineup. He walked his last time up. He actually walked twice tonight. Scored a run. Connor Bailey in that spot earlier, 1 for 2 with a run scored. Had the single to lead off the ballgame. That one hit into right center field, and that one will drop for an RBI double for Griffin Horowitz.
Yeah, Griffin jumped all over that pitch and
makes it 9-2.
Definitely good to see him get
now batting,
good contact. Just the second game back like that. So the Hornets, I mean, again, later in this ball game, just continuing to put up runs and have productive
I feel like
at-bats.
that's been a trend in a lot of their ball games where they start maybe a little slow, maybe it's a pitcher's duel, and then they just get on the pitchers in the last few innings.
Yeah, I mean, these guys get better as the game goes on. They start to pick up on some things and find ways to get big hits.
That one in there for called strike 1 on Jordan Canby. Canby popped out in the infield his last time up, but had an RBI double previously coming in for Cam Moore. Low.
Yeah, pass ball there, gets away from the catcher, so Horowitz on third.
Could make it an 8-run ball game here with a single. Canby, we mentioned earlier, going to Potomac State next year. A few other EPAC guys there. Riley Bubb just committed there. Aiden Milton, former Hedgesville Eagle, there as well. The 2-1 delivery in there for called strike 2.
You know, Stephon Barkley and Cam Wilkes are going to be there for basketball.
Yeah.
So Potomac definitely doing quite a bit of recruiting here in the Eastern Panhandle in their athletics.
2-2 delivery, back up the middle to the second baseman. He'll throw over to first to complete the out, and that'll end the inning, but not before the Hornets can add 3 more runs and make it a 9-2 ball game. We'll head to the bottom of the 7th inning, do or die here for West Lawn Owls. You're tuned into Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10 back in 60 seconds.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna call my parents. Dad, come over. The brisket's done.
The Traeger Connected Experience. Everything you need for epic flavor, and then some.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
It's pitching.
So he's finally getting the pitch. Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park as do or die for the West Lawn Owls with the bottom of the 7th inning coming up. A new pitcher for the Hornets. It's Griffin Horowitz's first appearance this summer for the Hornets. I guess first appearance ever on the mound because he was slated to play last summer, but he had to go up to Army West Point early, so he didn't even get to play at all. And was supposed to pitch on Wednesday, but they run ruled.
Yeah, and that prevented him from being able to pitch. But I had said, you can't take Trevor shut-the-door Bohr out of the game for the 7th inning. But if you're going to do it, Griffin Horwitz is the guy. I mean, we saw what he was able to do at Jefferson in the later part of games as a relief pitcher. Typically, he'd get 3-4 innings as a reliever.
Yeah.
Sometimes only 1 or 2 though, and was just dominant out there in the EPAC. So, if you're gonna shut the door Bohr out, Griffin Horwitz is the guy to do it for the 7th inning. And I think this pitching for Berkeley post 14, especially if those guys are going to kind of be their back end of the bullpen, which you could kind of see as the year goes on, maybe some sort of combination there with their starting that they already have. I mean, obviously both those guys could start for you too, but you gotta like that pitching combination. I mean, imagine you give Lane DeLauder in a 9-inning game, Spencer. You get Lane 7 innings, Trevor Bohr in the 8th inning, and Griffin Horwitz in the 9th.
I'm trying to go back and
good luck to the other team.
I'm trying to remember what. Let's see if I can find the stats here from last season for Griffin Horwitz when he pitched. He finished with a .48 ERA last baseball season that he pitched in high school. That's the last time that I believe he's pitched. He might have pitched a little bit in their. They've got like a JV style they do.
Yeah, I think that's what he's playing for right now.
The first pitch in there is a strike, but he finished out his high school career last season with a .48 ERA down at the state tournament. Second pitch in there is a ball, 1-1.
Yeah, strikeout Sammy and Griffin Horwitz. I mean, that was the 1-2 punch in the EPAC.
Yeah. That one outside for ball 1. It's been a while since I've seen him pitch, and I forget kind of that side arm.
The arm angles.
Arm angles that he does.
It's very effective.
Yeah. The 2-1 delivery. Swinging strikes to make it 2-2 as he changed up the arm angle there.
Yeah, sometimes he'll come with your traditional kind of over the head kind of arm angle, or he'll go to more of like a side arm, or even sometimes like an in between the two.
3/4. Called strike 3. That was filthy. As Bodner came in there in the spot in the order for Shutter.
Now batting, number 24, Dylan Sewick.
And Sewick now in the spot of Cope as they're down to their final 2 outs here. With the strikeout looking there by Horwitz. First pitch in there to Sewick is a strike. 0-1 now the count. The 0-1 delivery low for ball 1. 1-1. That one fouled off. Now makes the count 1-2. One and two here with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. Post 14 up 9-2. That one swung on and missed. That's second strikeout of the inning for Griffin Horwitz.
Yeah.
He's got some filthy stuff. It's been a while since we've seen him pitch since last regionals.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's
now batting.
Had any issues out here so far. I mean, not really great swings by the batters so far. And I mean, West Lawn seems to have a solid team. Just, Berkeley's been a little bit better today, but Griffin has made them look pretty foolish up there.
That one low for ball 1 on Kennedy. Kennedy, just his third at-bat of the day, grounded into 5-3 and scored on a fielder's choice last time eventually. And over to Horwitz for the final out of the game. As the post 14 Hornets win 9-2 on the ground out there, going 3-1. And Nick, big win for the Hornets here in Game 1 of their own tournament.
Yeah, great way to close it out and get this win. Overall, it was a pitcher's duel early. Then we saw this lineup kind of explode as the game went on and really put together some great at-bats and get the win. Pitching was great for the Hornets today. Carson Buber really just had one inning where he was a little bit shaky, but other than that, he was tremendous. And then the bullpen and like we said, Bohr and Horowitz, if that's going to be how Coach Tobin runs things in tournament-type games or once they get into the area tournament and potentially the state tournament, to have those two guys at the back end of your bullpen, that's going to be very tough for teams if the Hornets can get those guys a lead. So I'm excited to see how they do throughout the rest of this tournament. Spencer, a good way to start it, though. Yeah. I think overall a great team win.
We'll step aside for a 2-minute break. When we come back, we'll have the post-game show and hopefully a coaches and player interview. You're tuned into Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Whether it's a strain, sprain, or fracture, WVU Medicine Orthopedics and Sports Medicine in Charlestown and Spring Mills now offers same-day appointments. No referral is needed unless required by your insurance carrier. WVU Medicine Orthopedics and Sports Medicine offers the exceptional care you expect for the injuries you don't. For same-day appointments at WVU Medicine Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, call 304-725-BONE.
The Skinner family has been representing West Virginians for more than 50 years.
We've changed the name of our firm to Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers because we want to be clear about what we do. We represent people who have been in car, truck, and other catastrophic accidents.
We're here to be a voice for the injured and vulnerable, and we take that job seriously with deep commitment to serving our clients wherever they are.
Just Google Skinner Accident Lawyer or visit SkinnerWins.com. We'll treat you like family.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
The game may be over, but don't go away just yet. We've got a complete game recap, analysis, stats, the player of the game, and we'll prepare you for our next broadcast. All on the post-game show. So let's return to the field and rejoin our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team.
Welcome back here to P.O. Faulkner Park as we're in the post-game show. It's a 9-2 victory for the Berkeley Hornets over the West Lawn Owls. It was a 10-hit game for the Hornets. Nick has only one error. So the line scoring 9-10-1 for the Hornets, 2-3-2. The West Lawn Owls. Looking down at the stats, obviously we'll go pitching-wise here first. Carson Buber, 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts on 85 pitches. Trevor Bohr, just 7 pitches, allows no hits in 1 inning. Horowitz, 11 pitches, allows no hits, strikes out 2, and 2 pretty good strikeouts to end the game. To end the game there, and looking at some batting numbers, Connor Bailey, 1 for 2. Horowitz 1 for 1 with an RBI and 2 walks. Cam Moore 1 for 2. Jordan Camby 1 for 3 with an RBI. Colin Reed 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Baden Hartman 1 for 4. Stoudemire scores 2 runs on 3 walks and an RBI. Herndon goes 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs. Broughton 1 for 1 with a run scored and an RBI and a walk. Jackson West 1 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI. And Riley Bubb goes 1 for 2 with a run scored. Just a pretty good all-around game for the Hornets.
Yeah, really good game for Berkeley.
The next game is between
we talked about it. You saw
and Boonesboro.
Good hitting late, good pitching to ground,
both teams the use
and
of metal
good defense
and the spitting of sunflower seeds is prohibited at P.O. Faulkner Park.
Overall, I think that the Hornets did some great things today. I think they got to be pretty excited about that first game, and moving forward, this team likes the way that they started this tournament. So I think really good performance for them, and hopefully that continues, Spencer, as we hopefully get to be joined by head coach Trip Tobin and Riley Bump.
Yeah, what we'll do right now is we will step aside for a 2-minute break. Then on the other side of this break, maybe we'll be joined by one of them, or we'll break down the rest of the schedule going on here at the tournament. You're tuned in to Legion Baseball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Back in 2 minutes.
Whether it's a strain, sprain, or fracture, WVU Medicine Orthopedics and Sports Medicine in Charlestown and Spring Mills now offers same-day appointments. No referral is needed unless required by your insurance carrier. WVU Medicine Orthopedics and Sports Medicine offers the exceptional care you expect for the injuries you don't. For same-day appointments at WVU Medicine Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, call 304-725-BONE.
Not sure where to go or who to trust with your flooring project? And start with Trips Flooring, proudly serving the area for more than 25 years, specializing in floor sanding and refinishing, along with installation of new flooring, including hardwood, tile, vinyl, laminate, carpet, and the hottest trend in flooring, luxury vinyl, tile, and luxury vinyl plank. Are you on a budget? Check out their warehouse, cash and carry, or call 304-229-7009, or visit them online at tripsfloorsanding.com.
This is Eric at Hancock Chevrolet. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hancock Chevrolet, it is that easy. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hancock Chevrolet will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time in a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Cumberland to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hancock Chevrolet absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HancockChevy.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want, and your new ride will be delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
Welcome back to the post-game show. Spencer Winnick, Rosalini, happy to have you with us. We're now joined by, pseudo-player of the game. He had a great game on Wednesday. Is Riley Bubb. And Riley, you played summer ball last year, but you chose to not play in college last year. Not sure what everything was. You can tell us about that now. But now, from what we understand, you're going to play at Pot State next year.
Yes, sir. Last year I had an offer to play at Charleston. I had a pretty bad injury during my senior season. I came back at towards the end of the season, but summer, just baseball wasn't for me then, and I thought WVU was the school for me. I went up there for the year, and now I want to play baseball again, so we're going to Potomac State.
You've had this kind of been working out for you as you've gotten a lot of work in. Was texting with your former head coach at Hedgesville, Eric Grove, and he was saying that you've been up at the facility, hitting in their facility, and you've been playing a little bit of both. Now you're kind of fully committed to playing with Post 14, but you had started playing with the Blue Sox a little bit. Kind of what's this transition back to baseball been like?
It's been difficult. It's just like getting on the bike again, just trying to get as many reps as I can in and as many ABs as I can, just seeing the baseball and getting back in the groove.
And Riley, you've had this opportunity now to, get back into baseball and been pretty productive in these first few games for Berkeley. You had a hit today as well. And what do you like about playing for the Hornets?
I think it's a fun experience. The competition's pretty good. Just playing again. Tripp's a good dude. Team's fun.
And then what do you think's been some things that's helped you be successful so far with the team?
Just getting in reps, We hit every time we come to practice. I mean, just getting back into it.
And kind of talk about Hedgesville baseball a little bit. It's been a wild year for everybody at Hedgesville in the last year. I mean, you see last summer Chase DeLauder get drafted, and then this year, you see what Kyle West has been able to do down in Charleston, and then him making the jump up yesterday to play at WVU, and then Hedgesville going to the state tournament, making it to the state final. Kind of Hedgesville baseball seems to be on an upslide the last few seasons.
Yeah, Chase DeLauder is a great player. I mean, he has some great success that's coming. Kyle West as well. Should tear up the Big 12. And team just played well together for Hedgesville. I mean, weren't the most talented team, but definitely played well together and got wins and put the ball in play when they had to, made the plays when they needed to, and threw strikes. I mean, it's all it takes to be successful in the high school level.
Anything else you think you guys need to do throughout this tournament to win another tournament? Able to win one at Morgantown?
Just keep throwing strikes, putting the ball in play. I mean, defense, you're going to make mistakes. Just got to put it in play, hit it hard.
All right, Thank you.
Riley.
I appreciate it.
And we'll see you around the summer.
Thank you.
We're joined momentarily, I believe, by Trip Tobin as I see him running around trying to get up the press box steps here. As hosting a tournament and coaching a tournament, probably a little hard to do.
I would imagine so, but hey, it was pretty good timing considering we just got done
above
with
the hour. Hosting a tournament, coaching in a tournament. You guys get the 9-2 win tonight. All around great effort by the team that appeared.
Yeah, those guys, again, we had a big roster there today, and, we got a lot of guys in, a lot of guys contribute up and down the lineup, and it was just a fun win. The guys are still just gelling together. Now tomorrow, we got graduation parties, and we'll have a little different look. Now we don't want quite the depth in the dugout tomorrow as we had tonight.
Carson Buber gives you a great start out on the mound, and then you're able to go to Trevor Bohr and Griffin Horwitz to end the game. That could be really a nice 1-2 punch there in the later innings for you throughout the rest of the season.
Yeah, it was nice to see Griffin get out there. He'd been wanting to get on the mound, and of course we know what Bohr can do. And Buber went deep, but we're trying to get him out there before things got himself in trouble a little bit and saved his arm up. And we don't want to. I don't know exactly how many pitches he went. Do you know?
I believe it was 80 something.
Yeah, I think he went about 85. So we were trying to keep him around 75 and got a little 10 more. We had a little struggle in that inning. So, but yeah, a lot of pitching depth up there. Tomorrow morning we're going to see, or tomorrow afternoon, Jackson is going to get back out on the mound and throw some. And got a couple guys. We're going to be short some guys tomorrow. We won't have the Musselman guys because of a graduation party. So there's 4 guys we won't see, or 3 guys we won't see. And then we got Sifford and a couple guys are going to have to leave early in the afternoon. So they'll get about half a game in. And Horowitz is going to go to the beach now for a couple of days, so we'll lose him again. But, get him in the lineup, can't wait to get him back. And when they're here, we're going to play him. But more than likely, Sunday, we're going to see Lane DeLauder come in and throw. So guys go in, guys go out, and it's just that kind of game. And they pick up each other, and they know what to expect tomorrow. So we'll get after it and try to get another win against Westminster and try to get a good seed.
I want to talk to you about Braden Stottlemyre. He's a guy that you told us, was obviously a PO at Shepherd, but told you he wanted to get some at-bats. And, he's hitting around 250, but he's able to get on base and score runs. And he's able to, for a guy that didn't get to take pitches in, live action this spring season, he's a guy that looks like he's played straight up spring ball.
Yeah, he's a phenomenal athlete, and that batting average doesn't quite tell the whole story as we've seen him line out, and barrel some balls up and, some really good contact. So, and you can see his on-base percentage, speed once he gets on, playing the middle for us a little bit. We've seen Braylon Connor was out here today with his broken thumb, and, we lost Braylon to that thumb, and that kind of forced Stottlemyre to play a little bit more than we wanted here early, and try to save his, his body as we move through, and hopefully we'll get him on Sunday to pitch, maybe get him out of there tomorrow a little bit, but, we lost Lupus to injury. We lost a couple guys, here and there, and some guys had other things they wanted to do this summer. So, but we've got 18, guys that really want to get after it, and Connors wants to hang out with us, and we're going to take 19 guys, as many as we can. And when they can't be there, we're going to cover for them, and when they're there, we're going to get them in the game and play, and we're just going to try to win with every single guy we got.
We made Riley Bubb our player of the game. He's had 3 hits in the past 2 games for you. A guy that just now recently committed to Potomac State. definitely has had an interesting, post-high school baseball career. But what can you say about what Riley's brought to the team, and also, how excited are you that he's going to get a chance to play college baseball?
I'm really excited for him. I mean, he was last year, you guys know that in the high school ranks, he tore his ankle up there in East Hardy, and it really set him back a little bit. And then he had thoughts about what he was going to do, and kind of turned down an offer, and everybody knows it. And he ended up going to WVU and just playing a little club ball, just missing baseball. And actually, I called him, a couple months ago and said, "Hey, I need that jersey back. You guys want to play baseball?" And he said, "Coach, I don't think I'm ready to hang it up and turn that jersey in." And I said, "Well, you're going to have to play, college baseball, not club baseball." And he said, "I'm going to play college baseball." I said, "Oh, okay." And so he come out and proved it to me and proved it to the team that he wants to play baseball. So he's in this team, and he's in it to win it, and getting some reps with the Blue Sox to try to speed up that rehab time, I guess you could call it, to get back to where he was. But as you can see, he's a young man, and he's got offers, and he's going to Potomac State, and he fits right in with these guys, and he just gets it done at the plate, and he's just a great guy to have around. You count on.
And looking forward to day 2 of the tournament. After this game coming up here, it'll be Boonesboro Morgantown tomorrow. You guys play the final game. You'll play against Westminster. They'll have just played the team that you just beat tomorrow, so they'll have a doubleheader of sorts, and y'all will just have one game. Morgantown, Leesburg, that should be a good game tomorrow between two teams that seem to be really good in their respective states. So it seems like you've set up a great tournament.
Yeah, there's a lot of competition here. You've seen that West Lawn team, that guy, that fellow they had pitching there, his name's leaving me there for a minute, but I mean, he spotted the ball up well. I don't think he walked anybody there for a while. And Krokona, yeah.
It's a hard name to say anyway.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Krokona out there, but great. And they're a great program. They didn't hang their head one bit. They kept fighting. He went through the line, and I think they're going to give Westminster a fit tomorrow. And I think it's going to be a great tournament. Those guys on the other side of the bracket, Morgantown, Boonesboro, they're just in Leesburg. I mean, they're just phenomenal baseball programs, and we can't wait to hopefully get an opportunity to play a couple of them on Sunday.
All right, Tripp, thanks for the time. We'll be back out here tomorrow.
All right, thank you.
All right, that'll do it for us here. For Dylan Bishop, Colin McLaughlin, Braden Schaffner, Nick Bersolini, I'm Spencer Puy saying so long. We will talk to you tomorrow for Legion Baseball. We're back on the air around 4:15. Just depends on how things are going tomorrow, but look for on Facebook around 4:15. But that'll do it for us. Have a great rest of your night, everyone.
You've been tuned into American Legion Baseball for the continued excitement of high school, college, and Major League Baseball. Keep it tuned to 106.5 FM, AM 740, Comcast Cable Channel 10, and online at talkradiowrnr.com.